So we have a couple of the newspapers in the studio. We would want to take a look at some of the stories on the front back pages. We have to start with the Ghanaian Times. That's on the front page. Amidu wins. Woyome alleges persecution. US, UK caution Ghanaians. NDC replies. And then we have fake national security operative nabbed. Well, government secures $83 million for Pukwasi area interchange on the back page. Work on the Tema port expansion starts, and government establishes a website for jobs. It's called glmis.org.gh.
So what do you have to do?
If you're able to remember this, guys, it's a problem.
Is what?
The website's name is GLMIS. GLMIS.
Oh, how?
.org.gh.
So GL is
for
Ghana,
job seekers.
Ghana,
there are vacancies on that very.
Roland, give me. So it says that government has created a website where job seekers can apply for vacancies in the public sector by logging on to www.glmis.org.gh. The website, which would become effective November 30. Roland, it's not effective yet. What's the point? Let's do the Daily Graphic. The Daily Graphic newspaper front page. Amidu Woyome to slag it out during oral examination, but Woyome says he's been persecuted by Supreme Court. Full story on page 3 inside the Daily Graphic newspaper. We have dollars. Banks move to dumping speculations. PNC launches 55-page manifesto. Also on the front page of the paper back page, President Carter sought for work on Tema Port projects. That's the biggest story on the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Roland?
Front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Can Kwame Jokoto snatch MPP seats? And we have Atachian to win, Gambela to lose.
There are no predictions here. I thought he was emphatic in the previous editions with the other constituencies. But this one says can Kwame Jokoto
win? Yes, but Gambela says Gambela
to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, Gambela is our man.
Yeah,
Who is he competing against?
We'll read that very soon. We're not printing illegal pink sheets, EC tells MPP. But it says, according to a news desk report on the back page, it says that...
which one is that? Gambela seats.
Oh, it doesn't say anything about Gambela.
Okay. So it's just on the front page. Otherwise, I guess you have to take your time and read
No,
the
it's not. It's not. There's something about... Okay, it says Kwame Jokoto, a well-known actor and journalist, decided to try his hands on politics. And he has a degree in blah, 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 blah. Well, the person who stands in his way to parliament is another 41-year-old George Duka, who is representing the NPP. Mr. Duka, an oil and gas analyst, is likely to win, retaining the seat in the NPP's bosom. But then doesn't talk about... Daily Dispatch. Okay. And then the MPP's incumbent MP for Nabdam in the Upper East region is 57-year-old Boniface Gambela. He's likely to lose his parliamentary status to the NDC's medical officer, Dr. Mark Nawane. We'll see how that goes. So you go to the center spread, there are also pull-out, etc. over there.
Let me do the Today newspaper. Amidu examines Woyome on November 24. Sell my message. Indum urges. Mahama spends 448 million Ghana cedis on shoddy contracts. Essentially, these are the headlines when you grab the Today newspaper.
We have front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. MPP blows government cover over 450 million Ghana city scandal. We have bombshell Amidu girls Woyome over 51.2 million Ghana city cash. Another Mahama gunman nabbed, and Doomsaw hits CJ.
Yeah, so you remember I had a conversation with Samsung on they gave me a manual which is on the election adjudication manual. So that was launched yesterday at the conference center, but apparently as soon as they started, the lights went out. So all the speeches, you know, the CJ was the Chief Justice herself.
Is that where the
with
British High Commissioner?
A lot of dignitaries, a lot of you know, mission representatives, and they all had to deliver the conference center, deliver their speeches, you know, in the dark. And guess what? The lights only got back
after they
had finished the program.
It's an embarrassment.
Yeah, it is.
I feel so cold.
Horrible, 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 horrible. But I'm surprised the papers are not really reporting on that. Maybe I have to be opening up to see.
But it said that it was because, strangely, there was no fuel in the standby generator to help the situation. This one's got to do with management of the place. Why didn't they have you have rented the place out, or if you didn't rent it out? Is it for free?
It's a state institution versus another state institution. Yeah. I don't know, do they pay?
Well, somehow you have to run, so.
Yeah, well. Let's do the new crusade and guy. Government blows 500 million Ghana cedis on dubious deal with shady firm. More trouble for Woyome. Martin Amidu gets green light to cross-examine. NDC on vote buying spree. Distributes cash sewing machines and other items to votes. Okay, so yesterday there's a video going around. You know, Kweku Bako was on Peace FM with Kwame Sefakai when the news broke that the Supreme Court had given, you know, the way for Martin Amidu to cross-examine Woyome, and he was dancing in the studio. He was jubilating. Yeah.
So we have front page. This is the last paper we're looking at. Business Finder. Banks write off 631.8 million Ghana cedis due to economic slowdown, high operational costs as well. Challenging times for businesses, according to John Mahama, who is the president. Money supply to remain tight. And those are the stories we have on the front
page.
Banks
write off?
And the Business Finder.
Okay, let's read some messages on 0560 800,000. This one says, good morning, Roland Mamavi. I'm particularly proud as a concerned citizen to have a patriotic individual like lawyer Martin Amidu, who is ever ready to fight and maintain the dignity and the integrity of our motherland, Ghana. His anti-corruption nature deserves our support and protections. When the wind blows, the anus of the fowl shall be exposed. That's from Samuel Fusini. A Windsor inside Tanga in the Boko West district, sending us this WhatsApp message. This one says, please, can I have the so-called website created by the government for jobs again? Nelson in Koforidua. I can read it out to you, except that the website is not active. It will be activated on November 30. So, Roland, what paper was it? Yeah, it's the Ghanaian Times. So the website is glmis.org.gh. Better still, grab the Ghanaian Times newspaper. And then, you know, turn to the back page and you can see it. Here's another message which says, DC Felix Graham from Isojaman district. I will urge my fellow citizens to give Mahama the second chance to accomplish the good work he has begun in Ghana. Thank you for all the support. Message concludes. This one says, Mamavi, what is Mr. Woyome saying? You collected our money illegally and we're collecting it back, and he's making noise. He should thank God he's in Ghana. If it was a different country. This is Al Gore from Agona in Ashanti sending us the message. This one says, there seems to be some connections between your wear and Roland's tie. I love you all. We love you back. You didn't include your name though, but thanks a lot for sending the message. A lot of messages on Woyome. That's very much expected. This one says, oh, Ghanaians, leave Woyome alone. He's innocent. A contract was given and there was a payment made. He has no problem. Okay. Hey, and you're saying if it was Roland, he would have done the same. Rafik and Tamale.
Was it Rafik Salam?
No.
Oh.
No. This one from General Amin
I'm only reviewing
Mion.
Newspapers.
Good morning, Mama and Ro. Has Woyome started paying the money at all? Because it's like the public does not even know that 1 Ghana cedis is retrieved. Well, the Attorney General has confirmed that he's paid 4 million. Roland, I'm correct, right? 4 million. And they've agreed on the terms of payment. There's a breakdown of it, but 4 million has.
And we told you that when the news broke, it was at a time that Kweku Bako was a panelist on Peace FM.
Yes.
And he was dancing. So I want to bring you that very video, and then we'll go to the online. I mean, basically on. Very interesting video there. Kweku Bako dancing.
Oh, somebody's
doesn't look like a good dancer like me, so.
Yeah? Maybe he will do a better one on Newsfile on Saturday.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay. You're charging that we're not reading your messages, but you don't include your name. And today that I have opened your message, you really don't say anything apart from you guys have refused to read my messages, right?
Well, so bad.
Yeah, apologies. We're not always able to read the messages, but we'll try. We'll try.
Mama, we have to look at the stories on my journal.
Yes, we do. Okay. All right. So, no contradiction on nurses' trainee allowance. Mahama clarifies, and the president has denounced suggestions that his administration has gone back on its decision not to pay the trainee nurses' allowance in order to cope. Is that it? Their support ahead of the courts. Okay, ahead of the December election. Also, IMF frees Zimbabwe of sanctions after paying arrears.
50 trillion.
Yeah, the IMF has lifted remedial measures against Zimbabwe after the South African country cleared its 15-year debt arrears to the multilateral financial institution last month. That's one country that I don't wish to live in right now.
That's a very nice country, I'm told.
Yeah. I want to live in Rwanda. SAA bleeding as competition shoots up. Oh, this was another fantastic airline, but we're told that it's been bleeding from the intense competition.
When you went to South Africa, is that the airline you took?
Yes, that's the airline I took.
Did you see the blood coming from the plane? They say it's bleeding. Or what did they mean?
No, there are so many airlines, so many domestic airlines in South Africa now, that's what they mean, who are also doing essentially what South Africa Airlines is doing.
Cheaper.
Well, when you have options, you know, that kind of thing.
Southern Africa.
Yeah. But this is their airline. They should have a way of protecting it, you know, proudly South African.
But more so also, they should increase their routes, because in Africa, for example, you can't go directly to Tanzania from here. There's no flight.
Okay.
You have to take it somewhere.
Well, but if there's market, because, you know, there are times that they don't even fly directly from Ghana. It's not like daily.
No, we do understand that.
Yeah, so sometimes, depending on the business, because you can't fly an empty plane from one country to the other.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like if they probably had smaller airlines, then I don't know how that works. But I think they do well from Tuesday to Friday, at least from Ghana. And then now they have one flight coming from Washington.
When you were going, was the plane full?
Yes, it was, because I joined the Washington flight.
Okay.
So it wasn't direct. And then when I was coming, I realized that they don't even come to Ghana direct. The destination was Abidjan.
Abidjan.
Yeah. So it was kind of full.
All right, so we have... there's no magic to put money into people's pocket. Did you watch the...
I didn't. I
did.
You did, eh? I heard it was boring. Was it boring?
I did up to some point.
Was it boring?
I don't know.
So was this... Is it like an evening encounter, or is it a debate? How is it a debate when it's just one man?
It was an encounter. Yeah. It was broadcast live on Joy News.
Yeah. And I woke up and realized some of my colleagues, my teammates were commenting as they were watching. They were passing comments. Yeah. Well, but I didn't stay up to watch it. I wasn't looking forward to it, by the way.
We have taxes costly to collect abandoned. Mahama explains tax policy. And then we also have battleground tale of Neil and Tay's market politics at Ododo Dio.
Yeah. It's a political conversation from 7 to 8 p.m. Really interesting, hosted by Malik Abbas Dabo.
And the next story is about no country not having zero unemployment rate in the world.
Yeah, that's
and
correct.
It's by the Deputy Education Minister.
Yeah, that's correct.
Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. The Supreme Court is oppressing, persecuting me.
What you me, oh, Charlie. I think about his family, by the way, his children. You know how kids can be in school and everything. When your dad is always in the news and you have the same name as your daddy, I wonder what other children will be saying about, about them. I pray for his kids.
They can have change of name.
Let's do the BBC Africa page.
You don't take their grandfather's name.
So a black South African man who was allegedly forced into a coffin by 2 white farmers for trespassing says he was scared for his life. This is really sad to think that this is happening today. Oh, Charlie, you can read more on this heartbreaking story.
And then we have highlights. Nigeria billionaire escapes abduction, and gay Ivorians are jailed. We have other stories there. Okay, so those are the stories we have from the online portals, Major Online, City FM, and then the Africa page of the BBC. We have to do sports next.
We do, but let me just, this one said, but why on tabletop? Doesn't it mean that it's just for political gains, and after what happens, changes coming? Which one is on tabletop? I'm just thinking, was it Woyome's reaction? This one says, we the good people of Ghana will ever be determined to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war and reaffirm our faith in fundamental human rights, in the dignity of worth of the human rights of men. This is pretty long. I've got to cut it short because we have to make way for sport.
Because when I read it, I knew that he was there.
It's from Michael Avuyi in Tamale sending us that message. This one says, morning to you. Wasn't Woyome asked by the court to pay the money some time ago? So why the back and forth? I mean, do cross-examination. What? That's how you put the message. And here's the last one just before we run. This one says, the more I listen to the rhetorics of Woyome, the more angrier I become. That's from Shadow in Daboase. It's been a while, Shadow. What's up with you? Stay with us. Benedict is back from Egypt. Oh, Charlie, I don't even want to think about Egypt. Did we lose? Did we draw? Oh, yeah,
he didn't come back. When we lost on Sunday, he didn't come back on Monday. What was he doing?
He was weeping. He went on a weeping spree.
I'm sure he came back to Cairo and was weeping. 30 million populated Cairo.
Akwesi Dankor is back with us. We thank God for his life. He's got a lot more sports.
We'll be right back.